What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Forza Horizon 3 and another cross-country car build. My vehicle today is the Jaguar F-Pace S. This car was added in the Logitech G car pack for the game, and we're going to be checking out how it does around the cross-country course today. It now has 938 PI, 1,212 horsepower, which means it's the most powerful car we've had so far, 1,127 torque, 1,557 kilograms of weight, so it is also the heaviest car we've had. It's got the 5.2 litre V10. I also had the V8 and the V12 options, however I went for the V10 because we haven't used that yet, and it has twin turbos. So how is the Jaguar going to do around the course? Let's go out and find out. Alright, so here we are with the Jaguar F-Pace about to go onto the redstone cross-country circuit to see how the car will do. The current leader is the Aston Martin Vulcan with a 54.154. I think that car is a little bit far-fetched for the Jaguar. Also the SRC Viper with a 55 point something. That's also a little far-fetched. I think the first car that's really going to have much of a chance with the Jaguar is probably the Mercedes-Benz 190E. with a 55.57 something. It's basically in the 55.5s. That's really where we're aiming at with this Jaguar. This is the first SUV to ever tackle the cross-country course, which is quite interesting actually. I thought I would have used an SUV before this, but I haven't. So now we have this one. Straight away, it's quite quick. We definitely have the power. That's one thing. We take a lot of speed over that jump actually. We're having a lot of sideways issues though. The car is really slidey. This is, of course, all-wheel drive, as all the cars on this series are. I mean, this comes standard all-wheel drive, so I didn't even have to change it. But yeah, it is quite sliding. We also, maybe a little bit of my mistake there, but we drifted quite wide out of that corner. Yeah, so far it's got the power. The power is ridiculous. Even though we've got a lot of weight, it doesn't really feel that heavy. I will be honest, it doesn't feel that heavy. It is the heaviest by a fair way. You know, out of all the cars we've had so far, this is heaviest by probably about 200 kilograms actually. So you know, you'd think you'd be able to notice it. I don't think I can. It's really lively, and I thought if it felt heavy, it probably wouldn't feel so lively. I'm going to try and stick over here because I've had too many times where I hit that wing. Oh, this car takes so much speed over that jump. This car I think probably takes the most speed of any car over that jump. We have 6 laps, by the way. I don't think I said that. 6 laps to see how fast we can go. So far, that lap wasn't great at 58 point something. Not a particularly good lap. We may have beaten the Vauxhall Astra we had last time. That car was not quick at all. I think we should be good to beat that one. It's where else, you know, where this is going to get on the field altogether. The brakes don't seem amazing. I don't know if that's just me or what, but the brakes don't seem great. I think we're probably going a bit quicker than most other cars because of that crazy power, and obviously we've got more weight to get stopped. They don't feel great. Over the jumps and bumps, you know, it's not bad. However, it's a bit too bumpy. I'm trying to be a bit slower. Oh, we very nearly hit that wing there. We're coming into, we're kind of flying over that jump a lot different to what we have with other cars. It's a bit strange. However, we have got around. Yeah, there's just, you put your foot down. The power is ridiculous. We got a 56.9, so that's our first decent flying lap. It's not too bad. It's not too bad of a time. However, there's definitely time to be made up. Yeah, we get understeer when coming out of the corner, then we put our foot down and there's just masses of oversteer. Yeah, it's not, yeah, see, into that corner there, the brakes don't feel great. The Astra we had out last time, although it was way down on power and a little bit heavy, well, not compared to this, but you know, for the power it had, it was quite heavy. Only had about 500 odd horsepower. This has 1,212, so we've got double the horsepower. Over double the horsepower probably. Yeah, that Vauxhall Astra got stopped really well, but sadly it just didn't have the power. We actually managed to slide it out of that jump this time and around the corner, which is probably done a little bit better than what we were doing before. However, once again we're really sliding around there. 56.5, sorry, for that one. Oh, we've got a big twitch. We've got a big twitch over the jump there. This is quite odd. You know, I think it's a little bit like the Astra actually. In the way it drives, the Astra was having a lot of issues with the bumps. It was getting thrown around quite a lot over the jumps. And I think that's the same issue with this car. This car's also getting thrown around a lot more than the other cars, and it's quite twitchy. You know, you wouldn't expect a big, heavy, four-wheel drive SUV thing to be so twitchy, but it actually is. It's actually really, really twitchy. Now I have to be quite careful with the power. It's just crazy going from, you know, driving last time the least powerful car that we've ever had on the series to now driving the most powerful car we've had. It's quite ridiculous. So we're going to have one more lap. This is going to be the final lap. See if we can go any quicker. I don't really know if we can. I really don't. I have to really get it stopped into there. Make sure we don't get too bounced around. It wasn't too bad. We got a little bit nose down on that one. But let's get it out of this corner, not understeer too wide. Keep it going through here. This is where the power is very, very useful through that section there. We then get stopped a little bit early for that corner because it was a bit late before. We weren't getting stopped quite as well as I was hoping. We will stop around this corner here. I'm really having to fight the oversteer and the twitchiness of this car. It is twitching far, far too much for what I like. Coming down here, we don't take too much speed because we're going to crash into that wing. Otherwise, that is actually quite good around there. Let's not try and get it sliding too much, or else we'll be losing time. Coming around the final corner, it's sliding, coming onto the straight, but the power down. Are we going to go any quicker? Yes, we did. We did very, very slightly go quicker. Jesus, a 56.223 for the Jaguar F-Pace. Hard to say with this vehicle. It's the first SUV we've ever had. It deals with the bumps alright, but it gets bumped around too much. It gets bumped around over the jumps a lot. It's twitchy. It's a little bit scary to drive. It has lots and lots of power. The wheel spin's kind of ridiculous. It's not terrible. However, yeah, it is too twitchy. It definitely is too twitchy. Anyway, the time of 56.223 will put it into, let me have a look, 6th place, I believe. In 6th place, just losing out to the Lotus X-Edge and the Ford Falcon XY, but it does beat the Nissan Silvia KS and the Rolls-Royce Dawn, obviously the Jeep CJ5 and the Vauxhall Astra. We've got quite a decent gap to them. So yeah, this car's alright. It's just a bit too twitchy. The power's ridiculous. The power is definitely what makes this thing up. When you get it onto a decent straight, we don't have many decent straights on this corner, but when you get it onto a decent straight, it really flies. It's just a shame that over the bumps, it's a little bit uncontrollable, and it's also quite sideways around most of the corners. But anyway, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please go ahead, like and subscribe. Comment what other cars you'd like to see cross-country car builds of in Forza Horizon 3, and I will see you guys in the next video.